good to see you again this week. Today I'm going to talk to you about one of my favorite artists named Amos Paul Kennedy Jr. He is one of my favorite artists because of the reason he makes art. He really believes that everybody has a message that they want to send to the world, and he believes that the world needs to hear their message no matter who they are or what their message is. So he makes art with other people's messages, and he hands them out and he spreads it around the community, and he hangs it in art galleries and he sells them, and he does all kinds of things to get their message out into the world. One group of people that he really wants to help is people in Richmond who own businesses, especially if they're African American. Recently in the United States, the African American community has not really felt like their voice has been heard. Some pretty bad things happened, and you might have heard it on the news, and they really wanted people to know about it so that those things didn't happen again. But not a lot of people were listening, and so they came together, and other people came together with them, and they worked to spread the message on social media and on the internet and on the news. And now some people are working really hard to make sure those bad things don't happen again. So what Amos Paul Kennedy Jr. does is he goes around to people who are African American who live in Richmond and own a business. So lots of those places are barbershops. So he had one big project where he asked barbers at barbershops what their message was, or what word that they live by, or what words are really important to them. And then he helped them to turn it into art. He taught them how to make it, he made it with them, and he made a bunch of copies to pass out and to hang up and to spread around the whole community. This is a type of art called printmaking. Printmaking is a really great way to send a message because it makes copies of the same type of art over and over again. So today I'm going to show you how to do a printmaking project using a message that I know you guys have on your heart. So this can be something like be kind, or it can be something funny, or it can be something inspirational, or something you think that people should know about. Anything that you think is appropriate is fine. So let's dig in. Alright, so I've got a lot of things in front of me here. I've got paper towels, I've got pipe cleaners, I've got unsharpened pencils that have erasers on the backs, I've got some stamps, I have my art journal, that's what I'm going to be making art inside of today. I have this like fish netting that used to be what holds produce, I guess, and I kept it because I thought the texture was cool. I have a plastic bag, I have a plastic fork, I have straws, I only need one though today. I've got some paint, I've got something to put paint on, and I have this liquid solution. This is food coloring, dish soap, and water. That's all. It's super fun, but you don't need this today. So if you don't have the materials to make it, don't worry. I just think it's cool, so I wanted to show you. Okay, so first I'm going to take a marker and write whatever message I want onto my piece of paper. This is my message because this is something that I really want people to know. Your message can be whatever you want, but I want to let you know that while we're doing this, some of our words or letters might get covered up, and that's okay because after we're totally finished and all of the ink and paint dries, I can take my marker and go back over any parts that got covered up. So first I'm going to show you this solution here and what to do with that. So remember, it's food coloring, water, and dish soap. And now I need a straw. With my straw, I'm going to put it all the way in the solution. I'm going to blow through the top. Do not drink this. Dish soap and food coloring taste gross, and it could make you sick. So we're just going to blow into it, and you'll see some bubbles. You don't want it to overflow, so don't let it overflow. You want it to stop when it's about here, right at the edge. Okay, as you can see, it's a little bit messy, so make sure that if you don't have an art table like I do, you put something under the cup. Okay, now I'm going to take my piece of paper and pop the bubbles with it. I don't want to dunk it into the water because then when paper gets wet, it drowns and it rips, and we don't want that. So I'm gonna pop the bubbles. Okay, and now we have this really cool bubble pattern. It's like the bubbles became a stamp and they stamped onto our paper. So since we can't do that the exact same way twice, it's called a monoprint. It's a one-of-a-kind piece of art made by stamping. So that is bubble printing. Everything else that I'm going to do today requires some paint or ink or whatever you have at home. Okay, now I'm going to spread this out. Alright, so I spread it out pretty thin. So I'm going to take a stamp and I'm going to stamp it in the ink. You can also use an ink pad, but you don't really need it. Okay, so now this is super inky, so I'm just going to dab it off a little bit. Great. Now I'm going to put it on my message. And there's my little rainbow with the clouds. So cute. Okay. So those are the stamps. You can do that over and over and over again. That is not monoprinting since it will come out the same way every time. The next thing you can do is one of my favorites. You just take any kind of textures. That's what I have the pipe cleaners for. It's what I have the bag for. It's what I have the pencils for. So let's do it. I'm gonna take this like net stuff and twist it up. Stamp it in the ink. See the blue paint on there? And push it on. So we see the net pattern is on our paper now. Let's see what else we can do. I'm going to take my fork and drag some crisscross patterns through here. Okay, I'm going to try that on the inside of my art journal. Ooh, now we've got that crisscross pattern. Okay, I got some outside, that's okay. Now, since I closed my book, when I open it, the crisscross pattern will be on both sides of the pages. So that's another printmaking. That acted kind of like a stamp. Now I'm going to take a pipe cleaner. I'm going to twist it in whatever shape I want. Okay, so I've got a nice spiral there. Let's see. Push it down into the blue. Rub it a little bit. Awesome. Let's put it on. Ooh, so there's our blue spiral. I can do the same thing with the plastic bag, but this is starting to get a little messy, so I think I'm going to just do one more thing, and this one is really cool. This is called subtractive drawing. So that means you draw by taking something away. So we're going to draw inside of our red paint by taking paint away with the eraser end of our pencil. Put that on the inside of my art journal. And there's our hearts. Remember, it's okay if it's not perfect. It takes lots of practice. So let's try again. Oh, there we go. That's a nice one. All right, so now I have done printmaking on 1, 2, 3 pages of my art book. So I've got 1 message, but 3 sheets where I did printmaking. So I want to put a message on all of these sheets. Now, I can think of a funny message to put on this one, maybe. Maybe I could put a more serious message on this one. Maybe I want to put another inspiring one. Okay, maybe maybe I want to remind people of something, like maybe I want to remind people to vote or remind people to be kind or something like that. I can also put a reminder. Now notice my hands are kind of messy, so this is not a very clean project, but it is a very, very fun one, and the more you do it, the better you get at it. I've never done one in an art journal before, so you can see that I had a little bit of trouble getting the exact results that I wanted, but that's okay. We're all learning together. What I really want you to remember is that your voice is important, and so are the voices of all of our friends and family and the people around us in our communities, in our neighborhoods, and in our country and in our world. And so when people feel like they don't have a voice, I want you guys to remember to listen. Ask them what kind of message that they would send if they had a message to send to the world. And I want you to think about what your message is, because it is really important. Remember, guys, send me your artwork. I love to see it. I love to see the messages that you guys come up with. I love to see the ways that your creative juices are flowing, and I love to see the things that your hands are making. Remember, subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you get updates on the videos that come out. Remember to follow us on Twitter, because I post lots of pictures and links to ideas of things that you can be doing while you're at home. And check back in next week. All right, guys, I love you. I miss you. I'll see you soon.